Welcome into a live edition of Tap and Eagle here on the Cousins Conversations YouTube channel. And what a great week it was. The first credentialed media event for the channel for Tap and Eagle. And I'll grab my credential here and show everybody from the Evans Scholars
Yes.
Invitational on the Korn Ferry Tour. It was so fun to watch. Saw our guy Blades Brown. Saw Tommy Morrison win his first professional event. Saw our other guy Alvaro Ortiz out there. A couple other guys as well. Dylan Menente, he's awesome. He plays super fast. And Doc Redman as well. I met him when I went to get my credential on Tuesday and talked to him on the putting green. Such a nice guy. Has some swag with the flat rim hat too. So yeah, it was a great time out there, and I'll be covering some more golf this week, Fernando, too. The Western Am is also in Chicago, so I'll be out there watching Myles Russell and Ian Poulter's son, Lucas Poulter, and some of the other great guys, college golfers out there as well. We'll get into all that on the show. But first off, how was the golf journey going for you there, Fernando?
Yeah, congratulations, Nick. It was awesome to see you out there in the field, one on one with these amazing players who were all playing unbelievably well. Like having the interviews and meeting Blades Brown's dad and Tommy Morrison's mom and all of that sounds just incredible. And me myself, I just got the news that the field is complete for the first stage for the first event here in Mexico on the Mexican tour. But I think nevertheless I'm gonna go and try to qualify on Monday for that one and see where it takes me. Because I've been playing better, just gotta stay sharp with those tournament reps. And also the Western Amateur. Some of my friends are going there to play. I saw that Eduardo Derbez is playing. He almost won the Latin American Amateur Championship recently in Peru, and also Carlos Treviño and his brother Marcelo Treviño, whom I played against on the Mexican Mid-Am a few years ago.
I'll have to go say hola to your hermanos there, Fernando. When I go there, starting Thursday through Saturday, I know that's grueling. For it's like stroke play, then match play, but we can get into it towards the end of the episode here. But excited to get out there Thursday to Sunday. But the young guns, the new era of golf, Fernando, has arrived. We were talking about Blades Brown and Tommy Morrison, but also now Jackson Koivun coming out here and shooting 61s on the way to his first PGA Tour win at the 3M Open. And this was just his third pro start. And after the way that it happened for him in his debut at the John Deere Classic, missing the cut, I didn't think this was going to happen, but here we are. Jackson Koivun getting it done, Fernando. What impressed you about him?
Man, everything. We were talking about how his scoring average was top three in the world, even when he was just an amateur. And I mean, obviously, he won everything as an amateur, but and he already earned a PGA Tour status by his play. He earned it. He didn't. They didn't give it away to him. And man, to see him win on just his third pro start was awesome. He didn't falter at all. The only shot he missed was that tee shot on 18, and he still ended up in the fairway. And he could have still made birdie and still made a great putt for par. And he just makes so many putts. That's what's impressing me the most. Because honestly, I could see myself like hitting every fairway, and hitting every green, but making all those putts is outstanding to me.
Amazing, and it was very interesting swing too. Like when he comes on the down swing, and he almost gets like extra power, extra momentum on it. And especially that round with 61. I mean, he's hitting what wood is that like over 300 yards? Like that's why he was able to get a couple eagles out there. I mean, the power on his swing, Fernando, is just incredible.
Yeah, you're talking about that side bend, where on the impact position, the right shoulder is way lower than the left shoulder, especially on the driver. That is hard to do. Most people, hit it a little bit over the top, and then they like do the early extension, and their hip moves forward, like their pelvis goes forward and their chest goes back, and that way your right shoulder is on the same level as your left shoulder at impact, and that's terrible. And Jackson does the exact opposite, such a beautiful way. He on his driver and his free, but he like stays behind it and he extends, and that's just a lot of flexibility on the hips too.
Crazy. Uh, I love watching his game. He was very impressive this week, and he also said in his post run interview with Amanda Balionis from CBS, the whole round he's hearing from fans on the tee box, "Hey, Scottie's coming, Scottie's coming," and so the fact that he's able to still win when Scottie is shooting 62 out there in the final round trying to catch up is even more impressive too. So what about that? The fact that he's proving that he can be the number one golfer in the world in the field as well.
Yeah, Scotty played some stellar golf. We're so used to it that it doesn't seem fair to Scotty. But, but I mean, he played great. For even for by his standards, he played great.
Yeah.
So props to him. But Jackson, yes, he didn't hesitate. He didn't look back. I mean, they were not playing together, but still everybody was talking about it. He knew where he stood on the 18th tee, and man, he delivered time and time again, and he was dominating, like he said on his interview. Trust, confidence, and dominate.
And he avoided some trespassing charges as well. After he won, he fished in the hole there at the pond on 18, the big water there in front of the green. So I think they can avoid that if you're winning a tournament, Fernando. I think that's okay.
Yeah, it's not what you do, it's who you are. And Jackson is a legend right now, and forever will be. I mean, even Jack Nicklaus used to love some fishing, and Scotty likes to fish. It seems to be a way of staying away from the game, but still find that meditation.
A good way to relieve stress. And now with a win, Jackson Koivun goes into the top 70 of the FedEx Cup points. So we could see him in the playoffs. He's right there on the bubble, the last spot before making it in to those playoff events. So now, if he does make the playoff events, we'll see him a lot more playing. And the conversation now from everybody out there in the golf world is, should Koivun be on the President's Cup team and be a captain's pick? And you think about what he's done at Auburn, winning the team title twice. He knows how to play for a team. He knows match play well. He's just coming off of that this year at Auburn. So I think that Branch Snedeker should really look into this, Fernando.
Yeah, totally. He should be in the team. I would pick him if I was Brandt. Obviously, Brandt could pick himself too because he also won this year. So if I was Brandt, I would pick both him and Koiban. And obviously, we really don't know what goes into these picks. Since the last few years, we had a couple of surprises. But I mean, if Ludwig Over was picked on the Ryder Cup, then and Jordan Speed was picked back then, I think Brand should give Koivan a chance. I mean, it's not like he didn't earn it, but if he's not in the directly on the points, he deserves the captain's pick.
And the President's Cup, instead of 4 captains picked, there's only 2. So you would really have to buy into Koivan, and I think it'd be good to have some youth in there, someone who's had a little bit more experience recently with team golf. So I would not shy away from picking Jackson Koivan. Obviously, like the first 8 golfers are our locks. You're talking about Scotty, you're talking about Wyndham. I know Xander's kind of on the outside, but Colin Morikawa as well. So I mean, you're talking about a stacked team coming into the President's Cup. We'll get into that more as it comes, but we know Ryan Fox is, because he won the Open last week, definitely going to be on the international team now after that win. But once we get to September, we'll do a President's Cup preview. That's also in Chicago as well, so that'll be fun. But let's talk about Another runner-up finish for Scottie Scheffler. This has been the theme of the year so far, Fernando. A fifth runner-up finish this season for Scottie. And really with Scottie, we already know, he's the best player in the world by far. It's not even close. But it's just really like a stretch of 9 holes or one bad round where he has to come back, where this was not the case this week. I mean, the first round, bogey free, he's sitting in the lead at 8 under, and then he just had a bad back 9 on Friday and then had to play chaser the rest of the week. But this has just been the life with Scottie. But now that we know he's in the playoff, I'm sure he'll probably win one of those events. And I think Jim Nantz said that as well.
Yeah, Scottie's a different breed. I mean, he could go the Tiger or Rory route where they don't even play that much. And Scottie's out here grinding at the 3M Open, almost winning again. He's trying to chase that winning feeling. And I mean, he's probably going to get it anyways at the President's Cup. But now that we know that the first place on the FedEx Cup rankings doesn't guarantee the FedEx Cup, I think he's probably not taking it that serious that he's not winning, and I'm sure he's way happy with this runner up. I
Yeah,
would be.
yeah. Shout out to Scottie. This was the first time he was playing in Minnesota in the 3M, and the crowds were crazy for him. I was listening to Johnson Wagner kind of talk about it because he followed the group, and Scottie was playing with Brian Harman. And since Scottie was on the tier that he was always hitting the tee shot first. So after Scottie's teeing off, you see all the migration of people going, and Brian Harman still has to hit. And so Brian Harman's getting a little distracted on the tee box. So crazy crowds out there for Scottie. And I know that he played this event because there's 3 weeks in between the Open and the FedEx Cup starting. So he wanted to get some playing in. That's why we see a good field at Detroit this week as well. But good for Scottie to go out and play. Of course, he's never played and give the fans a treat like that.
Yeah, I think surprisingly these fields are getting better towards the end of the season. Obviously, now with the top 100 being secured for for next year instead of 125, some of these star players like Sander Schauffele have to make more repetitions, and so we're excited to see him at his. I think it's the first time he plays the Rocket Mortgage Classic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
We also saw history too. A guy that you've met out there on the PGA Tour, Michael Kim, shooting 59 on Friday. Couldn't really put it together on the weekend. The 15th 59 in PGA history. But it's hard to follow up a 59, Fernando, and we saw that with Michael Kim.
Yeah, man, I follow him as a standard bearer on the same round that I met the Doug Regman that he gave me his ball, and he also gave me a signed ball. He was very kind, and that day I think he shot 64, which seemed really good
Yeah,
back
still
then. But
very
now
good. Yeah.
after this 59, it seems like he played bad. He has been working with Sean Foley for a while. I actually bought Sean Foley's swing training aid called the Pro Sender, and I've used it a little bit, and I used it with my students as well, and it works wonders. It also has like a sphere, like a connection sphere, where you put it in your between your arms, and that helps you stay wide, and especially on the downswing. Like most people think, like once they're on the top of the backswing, like they have to like keep their right shoulder towards their body. But Sean Foley explains that most of the good players, when they're starting the downswing, they extend the right arm instead of folding it. So that was like interesting to see and
Yeah.
to feel, because one thing is extending the right arm, but at the same time you have to keep the angle of the wrist angle all the way down towards the ball instead of like early releasing the hands at the top. You don't want like releasing the hands at the top. You want to extend the arm but keep the angle all the way towards the impact.
Some free lessons here for anybody watching from Fernando. He also does some lessons as well, so he knows what he's talking about. So make sure you pay attention to any time Fernando just gives out free advice, because it shouldn't be free, Fernando. What are we doing out here? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's life.
Anyway, we had some fun this week with Lucas Glover. He took his shoes off on the green, and this went crazy on social media. Went viral, and everybody was thinking on social media that it was about the aim point system that they're just starting on the PGA this year and the Korn Ferry this year. But it was really he was protesting metal golf shoes because he still wears them out there, and some of the golfers don't like it because it tears up the greens and it makes the greens a lot harder to putt on. But he was protesting that by taking his shoes off because he was still one of the many guys who still wears metal cleats out there on the or metal golf shoes out there on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, I thought that nobody wore metal spikes anymore, but apparently they do. And Lucas released a statement where he said he was not the only one wearing them. So he
He
was
was very
surprised.
descriptive too. Like he said, they can do this and they can do that. Like he was like, he was all for it.
He's like, did I mention that you can fix spike marks?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. Maybe that's why Zach Johnson didn't pick him for the Ryder Cup. He didn't want any trouble with that guy. But I mean, he deserved to be there. But anyway, I think he. Some people thought that he was protesting aim point because it causes slow play apparently. But he said that he was just protesting the fact that somebody complained about him wearing spikes. He took it personal, and he's right. I mean, he's just walking. He's not like stomping on everybody's line or whatever. And he's trying to fix his damage, like he said. But I think here in Mexico, whenever I have played, it's forbidden to play with metal spikes. That's why I
Oh
was
wow.
surprised.
Wow. Okay. I did not know that. That's a good fact there. If you're going to ever play golf in Mexico, don't have metal cleats.
Exactly.
Don't have metal shoes. All right. Well, Lucas Glover's 37 years old. How about we go to another young gun out there who won his first pro event? Saw him do it out there. Impressive final round. Sets the Evans Scholars Invitational record, which was originally set by Johnny Kiefer last year, and Tommy Morrison, 29 under par, goes on to win this thing. And he had a 4-shot lead going into the day, and then birdied the first 5 holes, goes 8 under for his final round, and just put everybody to bed, including Dylan Menente, who was in the final group with him, who couldn't only get it as close as 4. Very impressive player. Watching him out there, Fernando, this is another Texas Longhorn, another tall 6'9" frame, hits it far. He was hitting
Wow.
350-yard drives sometimes on some of these holes. Reminds me of Scottie out there, man. And what was even more impressive too, he's only had 4 Korn Ferry starts, 3 top 10s, and now this win.
Wow. The talent that is out there just blows my mind. I mean, I've been playing this game for so long, and to hear somebody shoot 29 under, it's baffling. Obviously, I've watched your interviews with him. Looks like a great guy, like very quiet, very humble, and just looks like an athlete. Like golfers are athletes now, and he looks like a very down to earth guy and very nice attitude. I love that he said that his caddy helped him a lot, and like you said, he was Scottie Scheffler's caddy back when he won there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure the caddy by then has some right to choose which player he wants to, and obviously he chose Tommy for a reason, and it paid off because they're both a great team together. I hope they stay together longer, and excited to see if Tommy makes it to the PGA Tour this year.
It's looking good right now. I mean, he went from, I think it was like he was in the hundreds to now in the top 10 after winning, because you get a lot more points on the Korn Ferry Tour than you do on the PGA Tour when it comes to wins. So impressive performance from Tommy, and it was cool meeting his parents too. They're very nice people, and you kind of mentioned too, like very, very humble guy, very locked in, very focused. But then as soon as he hits that final putt, even though he has such a massive lead, he gets really emotional, and you kind of see it all pouring out. So I love to see like the emotion of it after just kind of, just staying in his routine and being focused out there. Really shows what it meant to him to win out there.
Yeah, even if you're Tommy and you're one of the best players in the world, you still know that in golf anything can happen, and you have to stay focused until the last spot drops. It doesn't matter if you already hit in the fairway, but it was not the case for Scottie Scheffler's current caddy Ted Scott, who apparently went to the airport when Jackson Koivun drove the 16 green.
I saw that story. He's like, yeah, he's like the young guy's gonna win it. We're time to go. But yeah, you mentioned Scottie Scheffler. He won the Evans Scholars Invitational in 2019, and you see what he's gone on to do. World number one, Cam Young also has won that as well. You see what he's gone on to do. So don't forget Tommy Morrison's name, because the guys that have gone on to win this tournament have become stars on the PGA Tour, and Tommy will certainly be one. So don't forget that name. The name that everybody does know, and I saw it this weekend because I watched it in person, Blades Brown. And we already know he has the special split exemption between the PGA Tour and the Korn Ferry Tour right now. And man, Fernando, Saturday was absolutely special, man. I mean, I saw him 12 birdies, 2 bogeys. So imagine if he didn't have any bogeys, Fernando. I mean, we'd be seeing 59 out here from Blades Brown, but 61 on Saturday, and he 10 under par. And he got himself from like one of the early tee times on Saturday. He was out at 9 a.m. and then he went out in the afternoon on Sunday, the second to last group. And it was very fun. I got to hear some stories from his dad as well, which I can share a little bit of it. But I know you're big on Blades, and just to see this impressive performance from him, I know he's going to be a great star coming here too. And we already know he's going to win majors as well.
Yeah, totally. Such a big fan of Blades. Just the name, like his name is
You know
Blade.
he was born to be a golfer with that name.
Was born to be a champion, and he's so maybe he should be Blades Red because he's always in the red. He's always playing so well, and he just looks like very happy, like he's having fun out there. Like that story you told me that when he hit a fairway shot and he picked up the zebra and he pretended to be like a phone, like hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's doing it for the fans. He's relaxed out there, dynamically relaxed, always in motion. He's trying to do the most athletic swing possible with a smile on his face, and the game is so much better with him.
He had the biggest crowds, and I'm walking with the group, and all these 12 year olds, 11-year olds, they're all like, oh, we love Blades. And think about it, he's only 7 years older than them. I mean, he's not much older. So the fact that he's 19 years old and carries the demeanor that he has, as a role model for kids that are only 5, 6, 7 years younger than him is awesome. And he just has it. I mean, I was watching him, he had a bogey on one hole, and he's still high-fiving the kids. He's still signing autographs. He's still smiling. Nothing seems to faze him. He just loves to be out there. And the fact that, he doesn't get in his head after a bogey and he can just come back and respond. I mean, that's a major winner mentality right there.
Yeah, I saw that currently there are no major winners under 30, but now with Blades and Jackson and Tommy, that's about to change very soon.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just a matter of how long. Probably just a couple of years from now for sure. But it was awesome. I heard some cool stories from his dad, following him on Sunday. Some great insight, just kind of into the Blades mentality. He said that when Blades was in eighth grade, he finished ninth in the Tennessee State Amateur, and he did better than some of the Tennessee and Vanderbilt golfers. So that's when his parents kind of knew that he had it. And I also asked too, because we remember Blades came on the scene this year when he shot 60 at the Amex, and he was in that final group on Sunday with Scottie Scheffler and Siwoo Kim. So I asked about that. I was like, what did he learn from that round? And he said he learned a lot from that round, and it was kind of funny. So they all birdied the first hole in the round, and Blades had a longer putt than Siwoo and Scottie. And Scottie goes, "Hey, Blades, nice putt," and gives him a little thumbs up, And Blades is like, "Oh, that's cool, like number one world golfer." And then the next hole, Blades birdies, Scottie and Siwoo par, and Scottie doesn't say anything the rest of doesn't say anything the rest of the round to him. And then Blades is like, okay, here's the number one golfer in the world right here. Here's the mentality of the number one guy. So that was kind of a funny story to hear from him.
Yeah, I mean that's funny. Yeah, that's surprising. I always think Scotty's rooting for everybody, and that's part of the reason that he's the number one player in the world, because he always roots for himself and for everybody. And but now to see that also he also has like that competitiveness, he's a bit fierce down the course. It makes sense. I mean, Tiger had it when he was on top too.
Yeah, he also said that Siwoo Kim, exactly the guy that he is. He's talkative. He's always funny guy, character. We kind of saw that a little bit with that PGA Tour feature at the Players, but Siwoo was one of like the character funny guys out there. So that was funny to hear as well.
See, whoosh.
Siwoo, yeah. He also his dad was saying, like, and we kind of saw this on Sunday because he just couldn't make putts out there. But just kind of, this is why, he continues to play more on the Korn Ferry Tour, is because as a young golfer at 19, there's a lot of adrenaline in playing golf, and a lot of those putts that came short came from just kind of the adrenaline of the moment. And it's more of, it's better to learn on the Korn Ferry Tour than the PGA Tour, about just kind of learning to manage that extra energy, that extra adrenaline that you have. So I thought that was a very interesting perspective, because you hear it from his dad, and then you kind of saw it on Sunday where he just can't make a putt. Everything's just falling just short. And that's kind of another reason why he decided, he's going to continue playing on the Korn Ferry for the rest of this year, because he could have played in the Rocket Mortgage this week, but before the field even came out, he withdrew to play in the Utah Championship. Yeah, shout out to Blades, and just like knowing what he needs to improve on, and his family knowing what he needs to improve on as well.
Yeah, that's a very smart, very mature, very strategic decision. Uh, so he has a good team around him, a good head on his shoulders. So he's probably going to win this week at the Utah Championship.
Exactly. And his dad did say that this was one of the courses he played last year, and he plays better on courses that he's played. So watch out for Blades this week. Watch out for Tommy. Maybe he gets back-to-back wins out there as well. Tommy Morrison. And big news for the Korn Ferry Tour. It'll be on TV this week in prime time, 5 to 8 Central Time on Golf Channel. So Korn Ferry getting some love this week on TV. And it's also funny too, because Blades being 19, he travels around with his mom and his dad because he can't legally book a hotel room or get a rental car. So his parents come with him every week, whether it's from Punta Cana all the way to Illinois to Utah. It was nice seeing Tommy's parents out there as well. So just seeing the support of these families and these golfers, and the support systems out there with these Korn Ferry golfers, it's awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean they need that support, both financially and mentally, emotionally, and to have those support from your parents. That's even better. I mean, and the fact that the parents also have the time to come with them, and all the sacrifice that they've done, it's amazing.
Shout out to the parents of Tommy Morrison and Blades Brown. Very nice to meet in person. Want to just give them a shout out, because we love parents on the show, and we also love LIV. We love LIV, and even though we might be getting towards the end of it, sadly, we can still talk about it, and we can talk about history being made as well with Lucas Herbert, and he just continues his tear out there from the Open Championship when he was shooting low there, and he sets the LIV scoring record, Fernando, 30 under par. I mean, come on now, what are we doing here?
Wow, yeah, he just shot 62 at the Open, and he was probably very angry that he didn't win, because he had the game to win. He just got a little nervous on the back nine in Royal Birkdale, but man, he played awesome. I mean, I watched it the first few days live, and as we've talked about, Liv is the best TV coverage out there. It's just a treat to watch. So sad that they're gonna cancel probably the LIV Team Championship, which is the best event in the world. But the fact that Lucas shot 11 under on the first day and went wire to wire for the second time this year on LIV just shows the level that there's in LIV. And I mean, Lucas probably gonna be back on the PGA Tour or whatever next year, and it's gonna be even tougher now to win on the PGA Tour again with these guys back.
We kind of seen it's kind of been the year of Lucas Herbert, because this is his second win on LIV, and he's won everywhere too, Fernando. I mean, he's been on every single tour. He won on the PGA Tour, he won on the Asian Tour, he won on the was it the Asian
The
Australian
Sunshine
Tour? Yeah,
Tour,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the
So
European Tour, yeah.
yeah, so he's won everywhere. So we're seeing good golfers out here, even though people want to say what they want to say about LIV, but LIV has good golfers. It's not just the Brysons and the Roms of the world, man. We got the Lucas Herberts out here too.
And your pick, Tyrrell Hatton, finished second.
Yep,
Good
yep. I
job
thought
there.
I thought it was going to be the Bryson and Lucas Herbert match play show out here going shot for shot, but Terrell made his little run on Sunday.
Bryson played awesome too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he was playing with a little vengeance as well from
I
everything that
think
happened
the,
at the
the
Open.
only guy in the world who could have beat Tommy Morrison this week was Lucas Herbert.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be fun to watch too.
Yeah,
That'll be really fun to watch Lucas Herbert versus Tommy Morrison.
yeah.
But because of Lucas Herbert's finish and Cam Smith also having a good round as well, finishing T5, Ripper GC wins their third team title, and we saw them win. What was it? The first two events of the season. So now they're kind of back in good form here. And Elvis Smiley was not playing, and Travis Smythe, who was part of the winning Three Aces team earlier this year, he just comes in, replaces you, and he helps you win.
Wow, Travis Smythe for the win. He's having a memorable year, comeback year, a redemption year. So happy for him. He's stacking up some wins. I mean, those team titles taste really good on LIV, just as the Four Aces. But now the Reaper GC is trying to steal the season long championship there if it happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But we love the team competition. We spoke about it a lot this year, and Cam Smith now finally playing some good golf as well. So shout out to Cam Smith for a great final round on Sunday as well. I think he finished 14 under, which was good for fourth place there.
Yeah, he had a stretch of 8 birdies in 9 holes there. That was amazing. Obviously, when the putter's working for Cam, it's great to watch.
And he went back to his old swing coach, and look what happens. Jordan Spieth. Maybe you should switch up something, Jordan Spieth. But we won't go on the Jordan Spieth hate train here. But anyway, that was just a little jab, But it's okay. But anyway, yeah. But we do have to have a funeral possibly on the show. LIV canceling, according to reports. Kind of saw it on Flesh It Golf and Monday Qualifier as well. That the final event of the season in Michigan, the team event, will be canceled this year. And we heard this from Martin Keimer. He said it last week, going into the LIV event last week in the UK, that this wasn't going to happen, and now we're hearing it from everywhere else. Fernando.
Yeah, Martin Keimer has been my favorite golfer since I started watching golf, and so yeah, it's tough to watch this crumbling of LIV, but maybe it surges back up. You never know. I'm still positive that maybe even if this event is canceled, it's still gonna find some miracle investors and just keep it up for the next years, because LIV is good for golf and they have a great TV coverage. So I hope that they can keep it alive.
It's always good to have some competition, as we've talked about on this show many, many times. And it's also will get a little interesting as well, because the DP World Tour and the Asian Tour have made it a little easier for guys to get back on the PGA Tour if they wanted to. So that's tempting for some of these guys on the low ends of LIV who aren't finishing too well every week, kind of like going the Chikara route on DP World Tour, where he's now probably getting his card after he's like third in the Race to Dubai standings. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens here, or will John Rahm or Bryson invest their own money in? So there's a lot to happen here with LIV going forward.
Yeah, if the Asian Tour now is partnered up with the PGA Tour, then maybe the Mexican Tour or the Sunshine Tour could partner with LIV.
There we go. There we go. You might be on LIV, Fernando.
Yeah, why not?
We have to have another funeral as well. The last Rocket Mortgage Classic to ever be played this week on the PGA Tour at the Detroit Country Club. Big field this week. You have Cam Young, you have Xander Schauffele, Jackson Koivun's back in the mix. You have a lot of those guys, like we were saying with Scottie, who don't want to take 3 weeks off. They want to play a competitive event. Siwoo's out there. He's one of the favorites. Jake Knapp. So a lot of guys out there who have had great finishes this year playing this week, what strengthens the field. But what are you looking forward to most and kind of what the Detroit Country Club will present this week?
Yeah, I remember Tony Fina won in here. And
Ricky Fowler, my boy. Or the orange Puma shirt. There we go, Ricky Fowler.
Back in 2023. Yes, exactly. I think Hideki is playing. Sander, like we talked about, is playing. And everybody's on the heat of the season right now. I mean, FedEx Cup playoffs are almost here, and you need to secure that spot in the final bracket for the Tour Championship.
Exactly. So good golf. I mean, I know majors are over, but there's still good golf ahead, guys. For anybody who's like, "Oh, majors are over, I'm done watching golf." No, these fields in between the playoffs have some good golfers. We've seen that now 2 weeks in a row. And the betting favorites, here we go. We got the Cameron Young plus 1,000, Chris Gotterup, who's we already know won 3 times this year. He's the second betting odds favorite, plus 1,800, and Jackson Koivun. He's the third best odds, along with the X-Man Xander and Si Woo. So that's crazy, man. I mean, Jackson Koivun was his first start at the John Deere Classic was one of the betting favorites, and now here he is again as one of the betting favorites after winning last week. Just crazy out here.
Yeah, no way that Jackson is already a betting favorite. I mean, how? Obviously, I picked him to win on his first pro start, and he has delivered. But that's just awesome that the bookies are also paying attention. And doesn't matter how old you are, if you got the game, you're going to be betted on. And Cameron Young has been one of the best ball striking performances of the year. And Chris Gotterup hasn't missed I think he's missed one cut in the last 24 events. So he's definitely dialed in. It doesn't matter where in the world he's playing. And Siwoo Kim just has some of the butterest swing ever. Like, he's so smooth. Like, it's like effortless power for him.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. The most top tens besides Scottie out there on the PGA Tour this year. And just like Scottie, besides Scottie's one win, hasn't won this year, but he's been playing well. You can guarantee him for a top 10. But maybe we'll see there. Cam Young, Chris Gotterup, Koivun, Xander, all on the President's Cup team. We'll see. So maybe you'll get a little flavor there and see on the international team. So maybe you'll see those names at the President's Cup as well. But let's get into our favorite part of the show, our picks. Here we go. I'm going with Cam Young. This is the first time that we're seeing him after setting the clubhouse record before Ryan Fox just took it away from him on the clutch birdie on the 18th there at Royal Birkdale at the Open. So I think Cam Young will come back. He'll want to get a win going into the FedEx Cup playoffs. And while he hasn't won a major this year, I think you can count Cam for one of the favorites to win the FedEx Cup playoffs this year. Jake Knapp's been trending, even though he's been in and out of the tour this year with his injury. He tied Jackson Koivun's back nine record at 3M, shooting 28. So let's not forget that. And Ryan Gerard, who has just been knocking on the door all year. He lost in a playoff at the Memorial. He was top T6 at the Open. He's just been knocking on the door. So I think that this could be the week for him.
Yeah, Ryan needs a win or something to get into the President's Cup. because even though he's amazing, he's still flying a little bit under the radar for that
Mhm.
pick. He's not locked in yet, so it would be amazing to see him represent his national team.
And yeah, Jake Knapp too. He's been playing well. A lot of people are doubting him because they still think he's injured. But if you're shooting 28, I think you're okay.
Yeah, no, he looks fine. I
Yeah,
mean, I picked him too.
yeah. So yeah, we both agree. We both agree that the Napster will get things done this week. You're also riding the Koivun train. You're with the Vegas bookies there, thinking Jackson and Siwoo as well. You'll think about maybe he can finally get that first one of the year too.
Yeah, Siwu looks inevitable right now, and Jackson already won, but Jake has been a little bit of a wild card this year. I think he's sitting at like maybe 100 place on the FedEx Cup. So, but he got a spark last week, like you said, and once he gets going, it's over. He hits it so far and so smooth, and why not this week? I think this course sets up well for him because he can hit like that low bullet stinger with the fade, with the driver, and some of these holes that are a little bit tight, but he can hit it so straight with that club.
Isn't that our favorite co-host, co-stars Brendan Wheeler's favorite type of drive, or he's the bullet cut. He likes the bullet cut.
Yeah, exactly. A little, like Tiger says, a little mwah.
All right, as we talked about at the top of the show, more golf coverage this weekend for Tapping Eagle and the Cousins Conversations YouTube channel. I'll be out at the Western Am at Beverly Country Club on the south side of Chicago. And the last time it was there, who was playing Fernando was Scottie, Bryson, Doug Gim. So we saw some big names out there. The last time it was played at Beverly. And this time we have some big names as well. Myles Russell, the 17-year-old phenom who we saw at the U.S. Open. We have Lucas Poulter, son of Ian Poulter. And you can go into some of your friends too and kind of give us a little bit into their game since they'll be out there as well.
Yeah, man, you should interview Eduardo Derbez. He's one of the Mexico's brightest stars, and he has such a beautiful swing, such a great game, and he caddied for Marcelo Treviño when I played against him, who is also in the field with his brother there.
That's awesome. And this is a lot of golf, Fernando. They're playing stroke play for 2 days. One of the days they're playing 36 holes, 18 in the morning, 18 in the afternoon. And then once they get down to the final 16, then it's match play until the championship match. So we're seeing a little bit of every type of golf out there this week.
Yeah, you gotta embrace the challenge. I've personally taken the advice of Alexandre Rocha on this channel to if you want to improve the stroke play, you should just treat it as match play, and that has been working wonders for me. And obviously, these guys are gonna have a same type of mindset, and just gotta embrace the challenge. This challenge doesn't define you; it's just part of the curriculum of this life.
And the number one amateur in the world right now is Preston Stout from Oklahoma State. He was supposed to be in the field, but instead he decided to be at the Rocket Mortgage this week, so can't fault him. But the number 2 amateur in the world will be there, and he was teammates with Jackson Koivun at Auburn, so that'll be fun as well. A lot of big names in the golf world. Some more new era golfers as we saw this weekend, Fernando, with Blades Brown shooting a 61, Jackson Koivun winning, Tommy Morrison winning. The future of golf is bright. Watch out, Scottie Scheffler. Watch out, Xander Schauffele, Colin Morikawa, all the guys out here. Watch out because the new era is already here.
Yes, yes, man. Excited for you. Enjoy the week, and I'll try to follow some Korn Ferry Tour out here, Mexico.
We will definitely be talking some more Korn Ferry. I know people want to hear more about the Korn Ferry. Now that I've been out there, I'm hooked. We're going in. We're talking more about Korn Ferry, and it's similar to LIV in the fact that you have to shoot low rounds or you're not going to be in the competition. Like I was talking with Blade's dad, and he shot 6 under for the first 2 rounds. But if you're not shooting 6 under for every round, you're pretty much not going to be in contention. And you think about like how far Blades was back. Like if he had shot 6 under his first 2 rounds combined, then he would have been right there. So it's just like you have to shoot low. You have to be able to drive it far. A lot of guys are driving the green on the par 4s in the Korn Ferry. So it's a grueling tour, a grueling test. You have to be able to really be a good ball strike and really be good on the greens.
Yeah, I think every week it's we get a little bit more of insight to see how tough to win on the Korn Ferry is, and just to be on the top 20 for the end of the season. It's amazing for Mexican Alvaro Ortiz to sit now currently at the number 17 position, and he's right there. He just needs a few more solid starts, and he's gonna make it. Just like Emilio Gonzalez graduated last year.
And he plays good in those tough conditions. I saw him with the low round in the afternoon after nobody was going over 6 under par. He was able to get 6 under par. And I also met his girlfriend out there as well. She's very nice. And she is very supportive of him as well. So it's good to see that he has some support out there, somebody traveling with him, just like the parents of Blades and the parents of Tommy Morrison out there. And if you enjoyed our coverage, you found us from our coverage at the Evans Scholars Invitational and you're here for the first time, or you just like this episode because we're funny, we're good guys, we give good analysis, make sure you subscribe to the channel, the Cousins Conversations channel here, for weekly content. Sometimes we hop on here during the weekend and give our thoughts on what's going on in the golf world. You saw all the different interviews I had this weekend out there on the Korn Ferry Tour, and so I'll be out there at the Western Am. So subscribe for Western Am coverage, subscribe for us here every week on Tap and Eagle. We love the new guests, the new viewers every week. And we appreciate you all for watching. Fernando, we had some new guests this week, so new viewers this week. So we love that the channel's growing and the name's getting out there.
Yeah, thanks everybody for following. And I mean, we got Doc Redman on the show. Like, what else is there?
Yeah. We get Doc on, we get Blades on, we get Tommy Morrison on. You know, we've made it. You know, we made it in the world.
Exactly.
But we are. Yeah. Now we can't say we're just podcasters. We can say we're actually media now. So there we go. So so we're media now. We're in it. We're towards the end of the golf season, but hey, we're out here giving coverage to people. So that's all that matters. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, if you're watching us for the first time, hit that subscribe button. We'll be out the Western Am. We're here every week talking about the big things in the golf world. And we'll see you all next week here on Tap and Eagle.
See you out in the course. Ciao, ciao.